Welcome back to New Age Parenting. In Soul Searching today, we are talking about examination stress. So let's try to find out more about this subject. Geetika ji, how handling failure? That's a very, very important thing, and a lot of onus comes on the parents. Because for a child, it's a self-esteem which goes low, and of course the peer pressure, the personality in front of others.
Failure is difficult to handle. Yes, it is. But then again, it all comes from the support. There has to be tremendous support. If you undergo any such thing, if you fail or if you don't score well or if you're not able to achieve what you were really looking for, then I think it's the atmosphere around you which says that no, you can do well, you can do it again.
But how about really failing, failing the exam? Is it the end of the road?
Not at all. It is actually the start of a new beginning.
Yeah.
It's actually, you have come to know that where did you lack? You can do well in those fields if you work hard.
Who is going to tell the child about it?
Parents, obviously. The first priority is parents.
And even if the parents are telling, even if the parents are supporting, is the child able to get out of it, the depression?
If parents have actually told their sons and daughters, and if they are quite convinced with them, I think yes, they should come out of this. But if they are not coming out of this means that there is a sort of pressure behind them.
As a parent, is it easy to handle the child's failure?
As a parent, I don't think it is. Although in front of the child you may not express it, but yes, for a parent it is very difficult to handle the failure of your child. You always want to see your child doing good, but yes, if you know that your child has done his best, the efforts have been 100%, and even then the child has failed, then I think in that case a parent would be having a different outlook altogether, and then the support would be there. Then I think even as a parent, if I talk about myself also, I would say it's okay, you did your best, just move ahead.
How about marks being the social status or the reputation of the parent and the child? Marks do represent that, 95% of, you just got the results, CGPAs. So 10 CGPAs, 9.8 CGPAs really mattered. So how about these marks as a social status?
To a certain extent, but not really. I mean, that's not the only assessment as you just mentioned.
Emaad, what do you think?
No, I think it is there. I believe that they judge according to the marks. This is a sort of negative thinking in our country. I'm sorry to say that, but there is, and we need to actually change this. You can't actually judge someone from his marks. You need to judge him as a person and as
an individual,
as a proponent human face. That's what I believe.
Last but not the least, I want to ask you one question. Why do we study only for exams? Most of the kids do that. Why? Study just doesn't inspire us. Why?
I think that's not true that all the students study all the subjects just for the exams. In case I like one subject, then I would be doing it regularly throughout the year. But the subjects I just want to pass in, those will be the subjects that I will study just before the exam. So that's what I have observed.
It's like you have constant pressure from one side, and just your focus is that you have to get good marks for your parents, not for yourself. This is the focus. Instead of having a focus that you have to get good marks for yourself, you have to work hard. The pressure makes them to work for someone else. So that is what I believe.
Yeah,
This is the reason why do we study just for the exams. Otherwise, there is no other problem.
Geetika ji, Emaad, thank you so much for being here today, and all the best to you. We really look forward to a good leader in future. And a time now to really understand what is happening in our children's life. And in fact, we really need to know that who is creating that stress, that fear. Of course, there is peer pressure, but we as parents need to understand that subconsciously, consciously, we are becoming fearful. We are creating that atmosphere, even if on the face of it we say that we are very supportive. Deep inside, we are afraid of their failures, and especially academic failures. Unless or until we learn to deal with our failures, these situations will keep on coming back in our lives. Time now to map these conflicts. So let's move over to mapping the conflict.
Child's view. Exams are most fearful and stressful time in our life. There should be no exams in schools.
Parents' view. Exams are a natural process, a part and parcel of every student life.
Solution. Fear is not of exams but of results. Excessive pressure at school and home makes exam a battlefield.
Child's view. Marks are the deciding factor for my acceptability amongst parents and teachers.
Parents' view. Marks are of utmost importance. Otherwise, how will the child survive in this competitive world?
Solution. More than the marks, your child's ability to handle exams in a stress-free manner shapes his personality and enhances his ability to handle challenges in life.
Child's view. If I fare well in exams, my parents and teachers are happy and I get to do whatever I want.
Parents' view. If my child is academically excelling, she is on the right track.
Solution. Academic excellence is no criteria for your child's mental maturity. They need your constant guidance and involvement in their day-to-day life.
Child's view. If I fail in my exams, my life is doomed. Neither my peers nor parents, teachers will respect or accept me.
Parents' view. My child's failure is my failure. I need to restrict him from friends, Facebook, co-curricular activities so that he could focus on his studies.
Solution. Failing in an exam is just an incident indicating either your child is uncomfortable with the subject, teacher, or is emotionally stressed. Help him learn to handle failure, as this learning will be for lifelong. We need to understand these conflicts are because of the different personalities we have, and of course we need to reach one solution, and that is why we have this segment, mapping the conflicts. We are getting a lot of calls and a lot of emails. In fact, one of the email I would like to take in this episode, and this is that there's a girl who doesn't want to disclose her name, but she says that I'm a second year college student, and I have a very reserved family, Nurisa, but I have a very dark complexion. My parents and family always demotivated me, but I'm a bright student and I got admission in Delhi University. About 6 months ago, I got into a relationship and it went on for 3 months with a boy, but now he has dumped me and I'm feeling very lonely and I feel like committing suicide because he was the high point of my life. And now he's not there in my life. It's because of I feel that I'm dark complexion. This is something we all need to understand, that why these personality traits. It can be low self-esteem, it can be anything which hinders my lifelong relationship with people. This girl, in fact, I would like to tell her that you are a bright student. You accept yourself that you are a bright student. Prioritize your life. Think about it, what is more important. Even if your family demotivated you, you have to understand spiritually, you had called for them. They are there for you, with you for the whole life. And even if they are saying that you're not good, even if they demotivate you, you'll have to accept this is your learning. Getting into different relationships will not increase your self-esteem. It will only be your achievements and your inner strengths. Work on your inner strengths, understand your abilities, and then strengthen them, get your results, go back to your parents, make them understand that complexion doesn't matter, because for that you'll also have to accept it that it doesn't really matter. You are what you are. These are the few things which we really need to understand as parents, that one statement given by us can actually leave lifelong scars for our child. Parenting is tough, but it is very creative, very interesting. We'll just have to flow with it and we will learn. Time now to take your leave, but before we go, I invite everyone out there, you can be a parent, you can be a child, you can share your problems. We would try to find solutions, because if there are conflicts, there are answers to it. So till the time we meet again, have a great time. Bye-bye. To know more about New Age Parenting Workshops, call now 971-871-9806, 011-4056-5900, or mail us at info@newageparenting.net.